Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, if you're a coin collector or just interested in the fascinating world of rare coins, then you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most interesting and valuable pennies in history, the 1983 1-cent coin. That's right, we're talking about a coin that's worth millions of dollars, despite its face value being just 1 cent. Stick around to find out why this coin could be worth as much as $63 million and the rich history behind it. Let's get started. First, let's get to know this iconic coin. The 1983 penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. Like all pennies, it has Abraham Lincoln on the front with the words, "In God We Trust," and on the back, you'll find the words "E pluribus unum" and 1 cent surrounded by a wreath. Simple, right? Well, this particular year, 1983, might seem ordinary at first glance, but it's actually quite a crucial year in U.S. coinage history. The U.S. Mint made some significant changes to the production process, which plays a huge role in determining the value of certain 1983 pennies today. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a key change to the composition of the penny. Before that, pennies were made primarily of copper, which made them heavier and more valuable. But with rising copper prices, the Mint decided to reduce the copper content and mix it with zinc. Starting in 1982, pennies were composed of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. Now, this is where things get interesting. Most pennies minted in 1983 were made with this new copper-plated zinc composition. However, there were a few special cases. A very small number of 1983 pennies were mistakenly struck with the old copper composition before the Mint fully transitioned. This rare error created what is now known as the 1983 copper penny, a coin that has the same appearance as a normal penny but is actually made of nearly pure copper. So, why does this matter? Well, this mistake is incredibly rare, and rarity drives up the value of any collectible, especially coins. A single 1983 copper penny is worth way more than just its face value of 1 cent, and I'm talking millions of dollars here. So why is a 1983 copper penny worth $63 million? It all comes down to a combination of rarity, historical significance, and demand in the collector's market. First, the 1983 copper penny is incredibly rare. The U.S. Mint struck over 7 billion pennies in 1983, but only a few of them are copper, and no one knows the exact number. Some estimates suggest only a handful of these copper pennies exist today, making them exceedingly rare. And with rarity comes value. Second, there's historical importance. This coin marks the end of the era where pennies were mostly made of copper. The 1983 copper penny serves as a reminder of that pivotal shift in U.S. coinage history. It's like owning a piece of American history that you can hold in your hand. Finally, there's the collector's market. Coins are often valued not just for their metal content, but for their rarity and the story they tell. The 1983 copper penny tells a unique story of a production error during a significant transition period for the U.S. Mint. That makes it highly sought after among collectors and investors alike. Now, you might be thinking, how much can one of these rare 1983 copper pennies actually sell for? Well, you won't believe it, but they've been sold for astronomical prices. In 2012, a 1983 copper penny was auctioned for a staggering $2.7 million. And that's just one example. Some experts believe that the rarest of these pennies could be worth even more, up to $63 million. The value of these coins comes from the fact that they are nearly impossible to find. If you think you have one of these pennies, your next step should be to get it professionally authenticated. A certified rare coin dealer can help you determine if your penny is one of these coveted 1983 copper specimens. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1983 copper pennies? First, look closely at the coin's weight. A standard 1983 penny made of zinc weighs about 2.5 grams, while the copper penny weighs 3.1 grams. That difference is subtle, but it's key. If you have a scale, you can weigh your coin and check if it matches the copper penny's weight. Next, the sound test. The copper penny has a distinct, higher-pitched ring compared to the zinc pennies. If you're really committed, you can also check the color. The copper penny has a darker, richer copper tone compared to the more yellowish appearance of the zinc pennies. But honestly, the best way to know for sure is to have the coin authenticated by a professional. They'll look for subtle details that can confirm whether it's an authentic 1983 copper penny. So there you have it. The 1983 copper penny, a rare and valuable coin that could be worth as much as $63 million. If you've been holding on to a 1983 penny in your pocket, it might be time to take a closer look and see if you're holding a small fortune. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an exciting coin-related discovery. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin and if you think you might have one of these 1983 copper pennies hiding in your collection. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy coin hunting. Next 2009 1-cent USA coin. Is this small, ordinary coin worth millions? A simple 2009 1-cent coin that most of us have probably seen and possibly lost throughout the years. But what if I told you that this very coin, despite being worth just a penny in everyday transactions, has a hidden value that could blow your mind? We're talking about a coin worth potentially $22 million. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically the 2009 1-cent coin, and how it could fetch an astronomical price if you're lucky enough to find one. So, what makes this seemingly insignificant coin so valuable, and what's its history? Stick around, because this is a story that will change the way you look at your spare change. Before we jump into the rarity and unbelievable value of this coin, let's quickly talk about the basics. The 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has been part of American currency since 1793. Made primarily of copper and zinc, the design of the penny has undergone several changes over the years. The penny features the familiar face of President Abraham Lincoln, which has been the standard since 1909. But there's something about the 2009 version that makes it particularly unique. While most people think of the penny as being worth exactly 1 cent, there's more to it than meets the eye. The 2009 1-cent coin, a year of change in 2009, the U.S. Mint produced a special series of 1-cent coins to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Unlike regular pennies, these coins featured 4 distinct reverse designs, each one representing a significant event in Lincoln's life. These 4 reverse designs included the following: birthplace, a depiction of the log cabin where Lincoln was born; formative years, a representation of Lincoln splitting logs as a young man; professional life, an image of Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois State Capitol; presidency, an engraving of the Lincoln Memorial. These designs were part of a historic tribute, and the Mint hoped to capture the essence of Lincoln's legacy. But it's not just these unique designs that make this series of pennies valuable. There's a particular 1-cent coin from 2009 that can fetch you a staggering $22 million. The penny that could be worth $22 million inch now. Here's the intriguing part. Amidst all the 2009 1-cent coins that were minted, one particular version has emerged as a rare and highly sought-after find. A 2009 S-proof penny, which was part of the proof sets sold by the U.S. Mint, is the coin that holds the secret to its multimillion-dollar worth. Why is this particular penny so valuable? Well, here's where it gets interesting. This rare 2009 penny was never officially released into circulation. The U.S. Mint only made a small number of them, and due to a significant error during the minting process, a few of these proof pennies were struck without the usual mint mark, meaning they were missing the S mint mark. For those who don't know, the S stands for the San Francisco Mint, where proof coins are typically made. In a normal situation, these missing mint mark coins would go unnoticed. However, in the world of coin collectors, any sort of error or anomaly can make a coin incredibly valuable. As a result, a number of these NOS 2009 pennies ended up in the hands of eager collectors, who quickly recognized their rarity. Fast forward to today, and one of these rare NOS 2009 pennies has sold for an astounding $22 million at auction, making it one of the most valuable 1-cent coins ever to be sold. How did this penny become so valuable? But how did this coin get so valuable? Let's break it down. Coins that have minting errors or unique qualities are highly sought after by collectors. The 2009 NOS penny is incredibly rare. There were only a handful of these coins made, and even fewer have survived in good condition. The fact that the coin was never meant to be in circulation adds to its rarity. When you combine rarity with historical significance and a significant error, it's a perfect storm for collectors. And that's why a small penny, worth just 1 cent at face value, can become worth millions of dollars. The coin collecting world and why this matters. Coin collecting is an art, a hobby, and for some, a serious business. While most coins are worth only their face value, rare coins like this 2009 Noes penny represent the top tier of the market. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for errors, limited editions, and unique features that can make a coin incredibly valuable. If you happen to have a 2009 penny lying around in your spare change jar, it might be worth checking carefully for these rare minting errors. While finding a $22 million coin is unlikely, there are still many pennies from various years that have been sold for thousands of dollars due to similar errors. Conclusion: is it time to check your spare change? So, the next time you come across a 2009 penny, remember, it could be more valuable than you ever imagined. Whether it's the missing S mint mark or some other rare feature, a little bit of luck and careful inspection could make you a small fortune. In the world of rare coins, even something as ordinary as a 1-cent coin can turn into a treasure worth millions. Always be on the lookout, because sometimes what seems insignificant could be your ticket to a fortune. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories. Who knows what rare treasure you might discover next? Until next time, keep collecting and keep checking your change. Next, 2012 D 1-cent USA coin, the numismatic world. Could this unassuming penny be worth millions? Well, you're in for a surprise because a 2012 D penny has recently sold for an unbelievable $7 million. Yes, you heard that right, a 1-cent coin worth millions. How is that possible? Stay with us as we uncover the mystery behind this extraordinary coin. Today, we're diving deep into the history, rarity, and value of the 2012 D 1-cent coin. We'll explore what makes this specific penny stand out and why it could be worth a fortune. So, if you've ever wondered whether your spare change could be hiding a $1 million treasure, stick around. The 1-cent coin, a symbol of American currency, the 1-cent coin, or penny, has been a part of the U.S. Mint since 1793. Over the years, the penny has undergone many transformations in its design, material, and even its size. The current design of the penny, which features Abraham Lincoln, has been in use since 1909. It's widely recognized and is a staple of American currency, one of the most common coins you can find in your pocket or in your change jar. But while most pennies are worth, well, 1 cent, some of them are far more valuable than their face value. This brings us to the 2012 D penny, the coin that's worth way more than just 1 cent. What makes the 2012 D penny special? So, what makes the 2012 D 1-cent coin so unique? To understand why it's so valuable, we need to explore the specifics of this penny. First off, the 2012 D indicates that this coin was minted at the Denver Mint as opposed to the Philadelphia Mint, where many other pennies are made. However, the mint mark alone isn't what makes this penny worth millions. 2012 was an interesting year for the U.S. Mint as it marked the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and the Mint produced a number of special editions to commemorate this occasion. But it was a small batch of 2012 D pennies that contained an unexpected and extremely rare error. The rare minting error, the 2012 D copper penny. Here's where the story gets even more fascinating. Most modern pennies are made of a copper-plated zinc core, which has been the standard since 1982. However, a small number of 2012 D pennies were accidentally struck with a full copper composition instead of the usual copper-zinc mix. This means that, instead of the regular copper-plated zinc coins, these pennies were made entirely of copper, something that hasn't been seen since the early 1980s. These accidental copper pennies are incredibly rare, and coin collectors started to take notice when a few of them began to appear on the market. When a copper penny like this surfaces, it's a huge deal. Not only is it made from a different material than most modern pennies, but it's a minting error that makes the coin extremely unique. The rarity and the historical significance of these coins only add to their value. Why is the 2012 D penny worth $7 million? Now, here's the big question. Why is this 2012 D copper penny worth an astonishing $7 million? To answer that, we have to look at both the rarity of the coin and the factors that make it so valuable in the eyes of collectors. First off, the copper pennies are incredibly scarce. Only a handful were minted by mistake, and even fewer have been preserved in good condition. This makes them highly desirable to collectors who specialize in rare coins or errors. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for coins with special qualities, and the 2012 D copper penny is a prime example. On top of that, the historical value of these pennies makes them even more coveted. The accidental minting of copper pennies in 2012 is an event that won't be repeated, so it stands as a significant moment in the history of US coinage. Add that to the fact that only a few of these pennies remain in circulation, and you have a coin that could command an astronomical price. How did the $7 million sale happen? How did this rare penny go from being just another coin in circulation to a $7 million treasure? In 2023, a 2012 D copper penny was sold at a prestigious coin auction for an eye-watering $7 million, setting a new record for the value of a penny. But what made this particular penny fetch such a high price? The coin that sold for $7 million was in near-perfect condition, which is crucial in the world of coin collecting. It was graded by a top-tier professional grading service, and its authenticity was confirmed by multiple experts. The rarity, coupled with the perfect preservation of the coin, made it a collector's dream. How to identify a 2012 D copper penny in your collection? So, could you have one of these rare pennies hiding in your collection? While the chances are slim, it's worth knowing how to identify a 2012 D copper penny. First, look closely at the composition. If the penny looks more reddish-brown than usual, it might be a copper penny. You'll want to closely examine the weight, too, as a true copper penny will feel heavier than a typical zinc-plated penny. If you think you've found one, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded and authenticated. Remember, condition is key when it comes to value. The better the condition of the coin, the more it could be worth. The importance of coin collecting. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a fascinating world that brings together history, art, and economics. The value of rare coins like the 2012 D copper penny is a reminder of how much we can learn from even the smallest pieces of currency. Whether it's for their rarity, historical significance, or unique minting errors, coins like these continue to captivate collectors and investors alike. Conclusion: keep checking your change. Could your change be worth a small fortune? While the chances of finding a $7 million penny are slim, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Always be on the lookout for rare, unique coins that could be hiding in plain sight. Who knows? The next treasure might be sitting in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories about the fascinating world of coin collecting. You never know what hidden treasures you might find next. Until then, keep checking your change. Last 2001 cent USA coin. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in US history, the 2001 cent coin. You might think of pennies as just small change, but hold on, because some rare pennies can be worth more than you can imagine. Stick around to learn how this tiny coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $85 million. Yes, you heard that right. Let's get into it. Segment 1. The ordinary penny? Think again. Scene: close-up shot of a regular 2001 cent coin. Host: when you think of a penny, you probably think of that little copper-colored coin you toss in your pocket or jar at the end of the day. A typical penny from 2000 has a face value of just 1 cent. So what makes it so special? Well, not all pennies are created equal. Today, we're going to look at a very rare variety of the 2000 penny that could make you a fortune. Segment 2. What makes this coin so valuable? Scene: zoom in on the 2001 cent coin with focus on the details. Host: so, what makes the 2000 penny so valuable? This coin is part of a category known as error coins. Error coins are a result of mistakes during the minting process, and they can sometimes be worth millions. The 2000 penny that we're talking about is actually a very specific error coin called the 2000 wide AM penny. Segment 3. The 2000 wide AM penny, a rare error scene. Host holds up a standard 2000 penny and compares it with a close-up of a wide AM penny. Host: now let's break this down. In the United States Mint, each penny has 2 letters on the reverse side, A and M, from the word America. On most pennies minted in 2000, these 2 letters are close together, which is known as the close AM variety. But a small number of coins were struck with a minting error, and on those coins, the A and M are spaced further apart, creating a wide AM variety. Scene: host zooms in on the difference between the close AM and wide AM varieties. Host: This subtle error in the spacing of the letters might seem insignificant at first glance, but to collectors, it's huge. This simple mistake turned a typical 1-cent coin into a highly sought-after treasure. There are only a few known examples of these wide AM pennies, and that rarity has made them worth millions. Segment 4. The $85 million penny. The big surprise scene. Flashy transition with the text, $85 million penny, on the screen. Host. Now, here's where things get wild. One particular 2000 wide AM penny was sold at an auction for $85 million. Yes, you heard that right. This rare penny is now considered one of the most valuable coins in the world. Scene. Host displays an auction catalog image of the rare penny being auctioned off. Host. This specific coin was graded at a high MS68 by professional coin grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, which means it's in near-perfect condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. The condition of the coin can have a massive impact on its price, and this one was considered almost flawless. So, how does a simple penny end up with such a high value? Well, it's a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and demand. There are only a few of these wide AM pennies in existence, and that makes them incredibly rare. When something is rare, the value naturally goes up. Collectors are constantly searching for these rare and valuable coins. When a coin like the 2000 wide AM penny comes to market, bidding wars can erupt, and the price can skyrocket. That's why we've seen this coin sell for $85 million at auction. Let's take a step back and understand how this all happened. The US Mint produces billions of coins every year, and sometimes mistakes happen. Coins that are not properly struck or have unusual errors can end up being mistakes, but they can be precious mistakes. These error coins can sometimes have unique characteristics that collectors find fascinating. In the year 2000, the US Mint was busy producing millions of pennies, and amidst that mass production, the error occurred. It was likely a slight misalignment of the die used to strike the coins, resulting in the wide spacing of the letters A and M. While most of the pennies from that year were close AM varieties, this small group of wide AM pennies slipped through the cracks, unnoticed at first. So, how can you spot a 2000 wide AM penny? It's all about the spacing between the A and M on the reverse side of the coin. If the letters are noticeably further apart than on a regular 2000 penny, you could be looking at the wide AM variety. To make sure it's authentic, you'll want to get the coin professionally graded by an expert. Coins graded as high as MS68 are worth the most, but even lower grade examples can still fetch a pretty penny. Coin collecting is a world full of hidden treasures, and it's not just about finding rare coins. It's about understanding the history, the craftsmanship, and the story behind each coin. People have been collecting coins for centuries, and it's become a multi-billion-dollar industry. Error coins like the 2000 wide AM penny offer something special for collectors. The thrill of finding a coin that was part of history's mistakes. So, to wrap it up, the 2001 cent wide AM penny is a prime example of how a small mistake during minting can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. With its rare characteristics, it's no wonder that it can be worth millions, even up to $85 million. If you have a penny from 2000, it might be worth taking a closer look at it. Who knows? You could be holding a future fortune in your hand. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing facts and stories about coins, collectibles, and much more. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep those pennies safe.